Alright, let's talk about something wild that's happening right now in robotics, because Boston Dynamics didn't just drop a flashy humanoid robot, they basically laid out a roadmap for how factories in the next decade will run. And spoiler alert, it's not automation as we've known it, it's humanoids, and they're dead serious about it. So here's the thing that flipped the entire industry. Boston Dynamics finally explained why humanoids, not wheeled robots, not robotic arms, not conveyor belts, are the only form factor that can actually take on the insane complexity of real factories. And once you hear the logic, it's hard to unsee it. Factories, even the super modern ones, are still filled with thousands of tiny, fiddly, unpredictable tasks that humans handle effortlessly. Picking the right part out of a bin, holding one piece steady while fastening another, reaching under something awkward, bracing with one hand, twisting with the other. You get the idea. These jobs could be automated, but economically, it makes zero sense. You'd need a special robot for every microtask. Hard automation is amazing when your job is predictable, but factories are messy, the tasks vary, and the parts change every day. So companies stick with the most general-purpose worker ever invented, humans. And that's exactly why Boston Dynamics is betting the farm on humanoids, not because they look cool, not because of sci-fi influences, but because humans are generalists, and the only way to replace a generalist is with another generalist. And this is where the Atlas team gets brutally honest. They admit the problem is huge. They've walked through real automotive plants and seen the impossible stuff humans do every single minute. The variability is enormous. The dexterity requirements are brutal, and the reliability bar is insane, like 99.7% uptime insane. But Boston Dynamics says something bold. There's no technical reason humanoids can't reach that level. The hardware is already capable. The software is the mountain they're climbing. And oh boy, here's where it gets even more interesting. The three-phase master plan Boston Dynamics explains that every robot goes through 3 phases. Phase 1, get the hardware reliable enough to survive real deployments. Phase 2, put robots into customer sites and learn all the painful lessons. Phase 3, hit mass scale once the system matures. Spot is in Phase 3 right now, thousands deployed. Stretch is in Phase 2. Atlas is at the start of Phase 1, but moving insanely fast. And this speed is coming from one thing: AI behavior engines. Not scripts, not carefully hand-tuned sequences, but giant data-hungry neural networks trained through teleoperation reinforcement learning simulation, and even watching humans perform tasks. Boston Dynamics literally has expert operators putting on VR headsets, seeing through Atlas's eyes, and teaching it how to move like a human. They gather 5 to 10 hours of demonstrations for each core behavior, sprinkle in mistakes, corrections, and variations, and the robot slowly learns how to generalize. But here's the twist. Teleop is just today's tool. The real goal is pre-training, the equivalent of a robotic common sense engine. Imagine a single brain that understands how force affects balance, how to brace against something, how to manipulate tools, how to estimate depth, distance, and weight, how to recover from mistakes, how to pick up almost anything. That's the foundation Atlas needs so that future training becomes fast, hours, not weeks. And once Atlas gains this foundational generalist mind, the data flywheel kicks in. Every deployment produces more high-quality training data, which feeds the next round of pre-training, which makes the robot smarter, which creates more deployments. It snowballs. And by the way, about those legs, they didn't choose legs because of sci-fi aesthetics. They chose legs because wheels literally get stuck everywhere. Legs let a robot turn faster, squeeze into tight industrial spaces, reach high and low without adding complexity, navigate everything humans navigate. From an engineering standpoint, the cost difference doesn't even exist. Wheels need almost the same number of actuators for high-performance omnidirectional movement. So if the goal is generality, legs actually win. So where does all this lead? Boston Dynamics says it clearly. thousands of humanoids on factory floors within 5 to 10 years. Not as toys, not as demos, as real, everyday coworkers doing dull, dangerous, repetitive work beside humans. And the rollout has already begun with Hyundai, where Atlas is learning how to work in real production lines with real expectations and real consequences. This is not someday anymore. This is the first generation of robots that might actually repay their cost by doing human-level tasks. This is the beginning of general-purpose automation. This is the reason humanoids exploded overnight. And if Boston Dynamics is right, factories will be the first domain where humanoids stop being prototypes and start being workforce. This decade is about to get crazy.